and so much more. Maybe do some shopping while you're there as well. And you know how awesome Seed to Table is and what a great place it is to shop. We hope to see you there. Oaks Farm Seed to Table, our first Friday broadcast, 6 to 9 a.m. at the corner of Immokalee and Livingston Road in Naples. Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano believes winning cases is no accident. Your case is important. Pick a firm with resources to actually prosecute your case. If your case is accepted, you're guaranteed to not pay a single penny in fees or costs unless you get a favorable settlement or verdict. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano has over 35 years of experience handling personal injury cases in Florida. Visit ldtlaw.com for a free consultation today. Winning is no accident. Lusk, Drasites, and Talisano. ldtlaw.com.
Even the left speaker sounds right when you're listening to 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
Yet another new COVID record. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. More than 1 million cases across America just yesterday, though some could be from the weekend, not reported then. Part of the Omicron variant surge. Many cases are milder. Deaths have not surged at the same record rate. They were down compared to a week ago. Many schools in many states are closed again, going back to remote learning, including Atlanta and in Philadelphia, but not New York City.
The safest place for our children is in a school.
Snow in the South and Mid-Atlantic, leaving at least 5 people dead. 2 of those were children in Tennessee and Georgia. More than 250,000 homes and businesses were without power. By mid-afternoon yesterday, there were reports of upwards of 10 inches of snow in Virginia, Maryland, New Jersey, and North Carolina. That storm, coupled with rising COVID cases, has also affected travel. More than 3,000 U.S. flights were canceled by late yesterday. About 1,000 have been canceled so far today. Dave.
Tanya, for the second day in a row, 2 drones loaded with explosives were shot down in Iraq as they headed to an Iraqi military base housing U.S. troops, coinciding with the 2-year anniversary of the American airstrike that killed a top Iranian general, Qasem Soleimani, who then President Trump called a terrorist responsible for killing Americans. Iran's president is calling for revenge.
The then president of America, which is the main aggressor, murderer, and a criminal, must be prosecuted and killed.
He wants to put Trump and then Secretary of State Mike Pompeo on trial. Pompeo tells the Fox News Rundown podcast.
They killed thousands of their own. They're now threatening to kill former senior American officials. This is a theocracy, a thugocracy.
America's listening to Fox News.
This Fox News Update is presented by Freedom Dental of Fort Myers. Online at freedomdentalftmyers.com.
Wink News. Traffic.
Busy morning commute through Lehigh Acres. Couple of crashes. One at Gunnery Road and Lee Boulevard right near Lehigh Senior High, causing a little bit of backups there. And another along 23rd Street Southwest, causing westbound slowdowns approaching Gunnery. That crash is right off of Bruce Avenue. A couple of crashes also in North Fort Myers, one at Bayshore Road and Business 41, and another with roadblock and injuries at Bayshore and North Evelina Lane, just east of the other crash going on there. Traffic control this morning along 6 Mile Cypress Parkway. Heading southbound, you'll see a lot of deputies and cones blocking off the right lane because of the COVID-19 testing site out there. Expect delays also on Michigan Avenue near the other county testing site. We're watching a crash also on Cinnamon Cove Boulevard and San Carlos Boulevard, heading through the area right near the Publix Plaza just north of Summerlin Road. Collier County crash also at Immokalee Road and Collier Boulevard. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly start we had to this morning, a good amount of sunshine will help things warm up into the upper 70s for this afternoon. Look for a mix of sun and clouds with a high topping off near 78 degrees. Winds of the north and east at 5 to 15 miles per hour. As we enter tonight, we'll look for a partly cloudy sky. Can't quite roll out a stray shower through the overnight time frame and into your Wednesday. Lows a little bit milder for tomorrow morning with a low near 60 degrees. We're back to 80 by tomorrow afternoon. Again, a stray shower will be a possibility with a few showers returning to the forecast both Thursday and Friday as highs remain near 80. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Find conservative sanity and Sean Hannity at rightallalong.net. 92.5 Fox News is streaming live around the clock.
Hey, this is Papa, reporting that we're still getting a lot of calls from homeowners who were told they needed a new re-roof after Irma. Most of these folks had a few broken tiles. They're obsolete. Our company has 2 warehouses filled with the older obsolete tiles that have never been used. If you think that you may not need a new re-roof, but only need to replace some obsolete tile, please call me for our free tile roof inspection. We may be able to repair and seal your roof to make it look new and beautiful, a lot cheaper than replacing the entire roof. If you call me for our free inspection, we'll place you on our proactive list. And in the event of another hurricane, you won't have to go searching for a contractor because we will automatically call you to see if you need assistance. Let me show you how we can clean and seal and protect your roof, pavers, and pool decks. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Gary, and Cody, call us at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. We're open 24/7, and you can call us right now for a free tile roof inspection. License number CCC 1326213.
Southwest Florida homeowners. Home values are up and interest rates are down, which means now is a great time for a mortgage checkup. This is Mike Roberts, Vice President at Mortgage Warehouse. Many of you listening might have purchased or refinanced your home within the past year, so your mortgage could be the last thing on your mind. However, the real estate market has changed quite a bit in 2021, which means your home has likely increased in value. More equity in your home means there has never been a better time to get cash out for home improvements. You could also qualify for a lower mortgage rate with our no closing cost refinance loan, and for some, more equity in your home means you could eliminate mortgage insurance. Mortgage Warehouse is Southwest Florida's mortgage price leader. No points, no hidden fees, no closing cost, period. Give us a quick call today at 313-5000. That's 313-5000, mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
Getting older has its advantages. Early bird dinners, senior discounts, day drinking. If you're one of the millions turning 65 soon, it might be time to take a look at your insurance options. Original Medicare, Medicare Advantage, so much to keep in mind. At Millennium Physician Group, half our patients are 65 plus. No matter what insurance benefits you choose, make sure your Millennium primary care doctor is part of your plan and your connection to a healthier life. Millennium Physician Group. Connect today. 844-CALL-MPG, millenniumphysician.com.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do.
Thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele as 3 E's. We appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast and to our channel on Rumble. Coming up this morning, let's see. We got Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you're in a PhD. Have a little bit of fun with you. And we've got a gift certificate, $35 value to Alda's Diner in Naples, Vanderbilt Beach, and 951. A great place to have breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and a great place to talk politics, too, if you like to do that in a great environment. So we've got that gift certificate coming up just for playing you a win. So that is on the way. And in just a little bit as well, Ron DeSantis out there talking about a lot of different issues, including the fact that we may be a little concerned in the state about some of the things that are happening with regard to why the federal government seems to not want to give us some of these monoclonal antibodies. We are set to do all kinds of places for administering the monoclonals across the state once again. And for some reason, the federal government is going to deny us this. Look, the Omicron variant seems to be the one that is dominant. There's no doubt about it. And less lethal, it appears, which is a very good thing. And also the fact that it seems to be working just like a common cold as far as the symptoms that we are seeing. A lot of people that I know that have had it, you probably know as well. But it appears as if about 20% of the cases that are happening in the state of Florida and probably around the country are still the Delta variant. And if we know how effective monoclonal antibodies are with the Delta variant, and there are some that maybe will go to the Twitterverse and, you know, the blue checks and the ones that are the doctors on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about, and are saying things like, oh, well, what are you worried about? Monoclonal antibodies, and it's not even effective, or there's no evidence to suggest that it's even effective with the Omicron variant. So why do you even care? What do you even worry about? Well, have you ever thought that maybe the cases that are the ones that are ending up with people in hospital, the ones that are affecting people the most might be that variant, and we still want to be able in the state to be able to give and offer therapies to individuals that are here? I would assume that in other states across the country, they've learned a very valuable lesson from the state of Florida on how to operate. Clearly, it's working well for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who seems to like to visit at any given moment.
You do it.
And so somebody who doesn't mind very much being here while she's telling everybody else that they need a lockdown, a mask up, and the like, but coming here to the state of Florida and enjoying it. And we're going to get to that coming up in just a second because the governor had something to say about that as well. Oh, hey, and one other thing. Look, I'm just putting this out there because somebody sent it to me and is asking a question. And I will just put this out there and then you kind of go with it on your own. Florida mayor-elect cancels inauguration ceremony after catching COVID. The mayor-elect of St. Petersburg has tested positive for COVID, prompting him to cancel his inauguration ceremony Thursday. And his quote was, "Let this serve as a reminder to all of us to get vaccinated and follow CDC guidelines to minimize the spread of COVID." He's somebody who is fully vaccinated and boosted. I'm just asking. Maybe I don't even have to ask. I'll just put it out there. Mayor-elect of St. Pete testing positive for COVID. We hope and pray that he will be fine. Prompting him to cancel his inauguration ceremony on Thursday. He's fully vaccinated and boosted. And he says to everybody, quote, "Let this serve as a reminder to all of us to get vaccinated and follow CDC guidelines to minimize the spread." All right, 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. Hey, this is important. I know we're going to get to the DeSantis audio, I promise. We'll get to all of that coming up, but this is a big deal. The majority leader, Chuck Schumer, is all about just about blowing things up politically, getting rid of the filibuster. We got to do this, everybody. This is another stunt that that we have the Democrats pulling. And because it's all about the issues that he's worried about in our democracy and how our democracy is teetering on the brink of destruction. And the Wall Street Journal had an opinion piece on this. And look, if you thought 22 might see a return to the normal politics that Democrats promised in 2020 but failed to deliver in 21, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer wants to disabuse you. On Monday, he announced that Democrats are going to revive their crusade to transform Congress by eliminating the Senate filibuster on the narrowest of partisan votes. Now, why would he do this? Especially when you consider that the interwebs are a funny thing. They don't go away. And there is a history with Chuck Schumer and a history with him in 2005 saying that eliminating the filibuster would be, quote, a doomsday for democracy. No, I'm not kidding.
The bottom line is very simple.
Yeah, tell us, Chuck.
The ideologues in the Senate want to turn what the founding fathers called the cooling saucer of democracy into the rubber stamp of dictatorship.
It's the Republicans in 2005. They are awful. Are you kidding me? It's the, you hear this?
We will not let them.
No, we will not let them. Tell us more, Chuck.
They want, because they can't get their way on every judge, to change the rules in midstream, to wash away 200 years of history. They want to make this country into a banana republic where if you don't get your way, you change the rules. Are we going to let them? No! It'll be a doomsday for democracy if we...
Can't do it. It'll be a doomsday for democracy if we let them do it. Of course, Democrats doing anything and everything that they could in 2005 to see to it that judges were not going to be able to be appointed. Because, politically, that's how things work. And when you have sides that might have a majority, and they did at the time, and now, no, we got to get things done. It's time to just blow up. Is it now? We need the support from Senators Manchin and Sinema. They've resisted so far. They know that once the filibuster's tossed out for one arbitrary category of legislation, what happens? It's gone for everything. They know it. The next GOP majority could come along and sweep changes with no Democrat buy-in. Not every Democrat is on board with that idea. But he wants to instill a sense of panic. Quote, much like the violent insurrectionists who stormed the U.S. Capitol, he said yesterday, Chuck Schumer, nearly a year ago. GOP states have enacted, quote, anti-democratic legislation that must be overridden by 50 Senate Democrats. You realize what they're doing. They're trying to use the week of January 6th. Just get ready, because that's what's happening right now, everybody. If you're trying to figure out what this is, they're going to use this week, the week of January 6th, to try to make the claim and push this narrative that it was the January 6th rioters and Donald Trump as president of the United States who allowed all of this to take place, and that we need a voting bill that is going to be able to handle the process by which we vote in the future to make sure that this former president of the United States will never, ever again have another chance to run for president. And we'll see to it that this happens by blowing up a filibuster and making sure we pass this voting rights legislation that they would like to move forward. So what is it about this legislation that we need to be concerned about? Do I have to mention this again? I sure do. And here you go in this article, this segment on Fox News last week, the voting right proposal that Chuck Schumer is talking about blowing up this Senate filibuster in order to make sure that we pass. Listen to this, everybody.
The fight over voting rights returns to center stage as Democrats try to hand the president a legislative win.
21st century Jim Crow assault is real.
Democrats say a number of red states passed restrictive voting laws this year. In Georgia, the controversy cost the state Major League Baseball's All-Star game.
Okay, so here you go. This is what they want to do.
Countermeasure, Democratic lawmakers are pushing legislation that would create an automatic voter registration system, ban photo ID requirements, create nonpartisan redistricting commissions, and prevent states from rolling back pandemic voting practices.
Are you getting this? An automatic voter registration system. They want to ban photo ID requirements, ban it, create nonpartisan redistricting commissions, and prevent states from rolling back pandemic voting practices. In other words, the voting practices that happened before when the pandemic hit in 2020, and legislators across the country already had the voting proposals and everything in place and how it was going to operate in the state. And then they were told that there was no way that that was possible because it was a pandemic and everything had to change. And there were issues of the constitutionality of being able to change all of these things because of the quote unquote pandemic. And then the issues that we had in Pennsylvania and the like. And you're not allowed to talk about any of that, but preventing states from rolling back those voting practices, which some might say may have affected things in the way of, ballot harvesting and, the issues that we had of the mail-in voting process and how many mail-in ballots had to be in certain areas of the country and how they were going to be able to make the process safe. And they want to go back to that. And they want to cement that into law. Listen, Chuck Schumer is all about right now, not only instilling a sense of panic in the American people, and that's what's going to happen this week with the whole talk of January 6th. We're just days away, and it's only going to be ramped up. But they are prepared, and he is prepared to try to make the case that we've got to have this Voting Rights Act that's going to be put in place because of January 6th and those rioters, and you can compare the two, and you've got to make the case, and it has to be rejected. And again, Senators Manchin and Sinema are going to be the ones that could decide how this all plays out. But it's something that we have to keep an eye on. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along. Let's find out what's going on with traffic up to the minute. Here's Therese O'Shea.
Busy morning commute across Collier County. A crash on Immokalee Road with injuries causing major backups right near the intersection of Heritage Bay Boulevard. Another crash also at 41 East Trail and Enchanting Boulevard just south of Bay Shore in East Naples. Also in Immokalee, we have a crash on State Road 29 and West Clock Street. Should be pretty minor there. In Lee County, crash on 41 over at 6 Mile Cypress Parkway, another at Cypress View Drive and Devonwood Circle. In Lehigh Acres, we're dealing with an accident on Gunnery Road North and Lee Boulevard, not too far from Lehigh Senior High Varsity Lakes Middle School. Crash causing backups also on 23rd Street Southwest, westbound right near Bruce Avenue, approaching Gunnery Road. We're seeing all those slowdowns. Most of our North Fort Myers incidents cleared. There was a minor crash at Bayshore and North Tamiami Trail Business 41. Seeing deputies still on scene. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After a chilly start to this morning, look for a mix of sun and clouds today. Temperatures pushing back into the upper 70s for daytime highs with winds out of the north and east at 5 to 15 miles per hour. We'll look for the chance for stray showers we head into tonight. 60 waking up on your Wednesday, 80 for tomorrow afternoon with a stray shower being a possibility throughout the day. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Recycled leftovers. Time for some right thinking. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Experience really does matter. Hi, this is Vincent Napoleon. We're currently experiencing a very different real estate market. Is this a bubble? Is it going to last? Should I sell now or should I buy now? With over 30 years of living and working right here in Collier County, I know I can help guide you through. If you're currently thinking about selling your home or buying a home, please reach out to me today. Recognized by the Wall Street Journal and Real Trends magazine as one of the nation's top performing agents with a #1 firm, Coldwell Banker. You know, it costs you nothing to meet with me, but will cost you thousands not to. Please go to thatradioed.com, again, thatradioed.com, or feel free to email me at thatradioed@gmail.com, thatradioed@gmail.com. Vincent Napoleon, thank you.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and get ready because it's time once again. This Friday, Oaks Farm Seed to Table. We do our first Friday live broadcast, and we love being out there and love seeing you there for the show, 6 to 9 a.m. They open up an hour earlier so that you can come in and enjoy some great breakfast and so much more. Maybe do some shopping while you're there as well. And you know how awesome Seed to Table is and what a great place it is to shop. We hope to see you there. Oaks Farm Seed to Table, our first Friday broadcast, 6 to 9 a.m. at the corner of Immokalee and Livingston Road in Naples. Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
Health insurance. We all hate it, but have to have it. Hey, Southwest Florida, it's Tyler McCluskey. Are you paying too much for health insurance or worse, have none at all? I host a show every Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on 92.5 Fox News. I discuss everything health insurance and how to save you money. Tune in this Saturday at 11 or call right now to get a free quote. 239-633-3140. The Tyler McCluskey Show. 239-633-3140.
Dial star 2020. France Eye Care.
Trey Radel, your host of The Drive here for my friends at France Eye Care. You have blurry vision? You ever been told that maybe you have cataracts? Well, there is a solution that will provide you with a new view in 2022, a France Lifestyle Lens. I have family members that dealt with their cataracts with Dr. France and his expert team, and they love the results. Their lives have been changed, very similar to the way that I think that my life was changed after having the LASIK procedure with them. So here's the deal. Whether it's multifocal clear vision that you're after or an extended depth of focus for driving at night, for example, whatever you need, you can trust your eyes to a France Eye Care solution. So schedule your cataract evaluation today. Call France Eye Care today to schedule a cataract evaluation. Just dial star 2020 from your cell phone or dial 239-418-0999.
Dial star 2020. France Eye Care.
All right, guys, who's excited about getting home today and finding out that your AC is now broken and it is 90 degrees outside?
Not me.
Matt and Justin here with Island Air with some great news for all of Southwest Florida. When the time comes to replace your old, outdated air conditioning system, you don't have to pull from any of your fund money to do so.
Many of our customers have had to sacrifice their vacation because of replacement of their air conditioning systems.
Now, for a limited time, we are including a vacation voucher with the purchase of your new home air conditioning system, redeemable for cruises and luxury condos in many countries around the world.
Please take the opportunity to let Island Air take you to the islands or many other places around the world.
Rather than stressing about whether or not your air conditioning system is going to make it, call us today to find out more details on how to claim your voucher. Call 239-466-8668.
Call 466-8668 for more details.
License number CAC 057544.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, so we got a little bit of positive news out there. This is nice. A federal judge in Texas has issued a temporary injunction Monday against President Biden's military vaccine mandate. So a win to dozens of Navy SEALs who sued the Biden administration. A preliminary injunction against his military mandate prohibiting the Pentagon from forcing 35 Navy SEALs to receive COVID vaccine. It only applied to the servicemen involved in the lawsuit, not to the mandate in general. But that is a small victory over there. And it's a win for the SEALs who brought the lawsuit. They all applied for religious exemptions to the mandate. They argued at the Pentagon's slow response to their requests, a violation of their rights. And the Pentagon has yet to approve any request for a religious exemption to its mandate for military members. So some of these cases that we are seeing, and we continue to watch these stories, but there's a little bit of a victory. Speaking of a little bit of a victory, is it good for a mayor to have swagger? I mean, is that enough to solve the issues of a city? So Eric Adams is the new mayor of the city of New York, and he was quick to point out that you got to have a little bit of swagger if you're going to be fixing a city that has been desperate for a fixing for a while. And he says,
when a mayor has swagger, the city has swagger. We've allowed people to beat us down so much that all we did was wallow in COVID. That's all we did. And we no longer believed. This is a city of swagger. This is a city of resiliency. And all of these messages out there of what is going to happen, we're going to survive.
Okay, so there you go. You just got to have swagger. The mayor's got some swagger. The city's going to have some swagger. Well, I'm just asking the question. I mean, it needs to be asked. What's bringing the swagger? Is it just being from New York City? Is that all it is? I mean, certainly we all need to be resilient no matter where we live. We've got to be resilient to live under this White House and this president and this administration and the policies of the progressive left Democrats that have been doing anything and everything it can to fundamentally transform and destroy the country. So yeah, we all need a little bit of resilience. But what is it in the city? What is it about this mayor? What is he going to do that's going to bring swagger? Can you have, I don't even know, Jake, maybe Jake knows. Can you have swagger just by saying I have swagger? Nope. Okay. You got to have, yeah, I'm just asking. It's a simple question, right?
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Imagine replacing your old kitchen with the kitchen of your dreams. Brand new custom-made cabinet doors. Drawer fronts, hand-finished by true craftsmen. Designer hardware, new hinges, and everything installed beautifully in less than a week, start to finish. Expensive? No. To the contrary, with refacing by Cornerstone, you'll save so much, we should really talk about your master bathroom, too. Go for wow. Go for Cornerstone.
Hi, Dr. Alan Rembos here. Did you know that ignoring your teeth and gums can create problems in your body, from arthritis to heart disease? That's right. The health of your teeth and gums is directly related to your overall general health. In fact, patients with gum disease have nearly twice the risk of also having heart disease. You cannot separate one part of the body from another, and that starts with good oral health. It's the canary in the coal mine.
Meet Dr. Alan Rembos with offices near you in Naples, Sanibel, and Marco Island. Online at smilesbyrembos.com.
Hey, it's Tim Cooper with Health Plan Network. The open enrollment for Affordable Care Act plans is ongoing now until January 15th. The new 2022 plans have buried their benefits behind even higher deductibles with limited plan options. You can spend thousands of dollars out of your pocket before you see anything paid by those plans. There is another option. My Freedom of Choice plan puts most of your coverage up front, where you only meet a deductible if you're in a hospital, you pick your doctors, and it's 30 to 60% lower cost than Obamacare. If you're paying for your own health insurance, uninsured, on COBRA, or your employer coverage is too expensive, call me, Tim Cooper, at 239-268-6712. That's 239-268-6712, or go to healthplannetwork.net. That's healthplannetwork.net, and we can custom design a plan managed by you, not the government.
Being involved in a legal dispute can leave you feeling like you've lost control. I'm Eli Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Understanding the law and the rules of evidence can mean the difference between winning or losing your case. If you are involved in a legal dispute and are not sure of your options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices Fort Myers and Naples.
No more clutter. That's when you make things happen, so resolutions can become reality. Give your family a gift for the future. A beautiful new space, reimagined by our designers and you. Your home rejuvenation from Closet Factory comes with less stress and better rest included. Our business is designed around you. Whether in person or virtual, creating a perfect space for you is our goal. That's how we build it at Closet Factory.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. A new record high in daily COVID cases with over 1 million reported Monday, led by the Omicron variant.
Many areas in the Midwest and Northeast are seeing positive test rates of 20%. In Detroit last week, a record 36% of the tests came back positive. And these numbers don't include all the people who use home test kits. It has health officials who predict an even higher surge in January, worried about running out of hospital beds, even though the new variant typically results in less serious illness.
Fox's Dan Springer.
An even bigger problem than the virus right now is the nationwide hospital staffing shortage. There's also fallout from the FDA's decision to approve booster shots for children as young as 12 years old.
And hundreds of drivers stuck for more than 15 hours snowed in along I-95 in Virginia after a crash involving 6 tractor trailers. America's listening to Fox News.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News, traffic.
Busy morning commute across Collier County. A crash on Immokalee Road with injuries causing major backups right near the intersection of Heritage Bay Boulevard. Another crash also at 41 the East Trail and Enchanting Boulevard just south of Bayshore in East Naples. Also in Immokalee, we have a crash on State Road 29 and West Clock Street. Should be pretty minor there. In Lee County, crash on 41 over at 6 Mile Cypress Parkway, another at Cypress View Drive and Devonwood Circle. In Lehigh Acres, we're dealing with an accident on Gunnery Road North and Lee Boulevard, not too far from Lehigh Senior High Varsity Lakes Middle School. Crash causing backups also on 23rd Street Southwest, westbound right near Bruce Avenue, approaching Gunnery Road. We're seeing all those slowdowns. Most of our North Fort Myers incidents cleared. There was a minor crash at Bayshore and North Tamiami Trail Business 41. Seeing deputies still on scene. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly start we had to this morning, a good amount of sunshine will help things warm up into the upper 70s for this afternoon. Look for a mix of sun and clouds with a high topping off near 78 degrees. Winds of the north and east at 5 to 15 miles per hour. As we enter tonight, we'll look for a partly cloudy sky. Can't quite rule out a stray shower through the overnight time frame and into your Wednesday. Lows a little bit milder for tomorrow morning with a low near 60 degrees. We're back to 80 by tomorrow afternoon. Again, a stray shower will be a possibility with a few showers returning to the forecast both Thursday and Friday as highs remain near 80. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Keeping it right here. We're 92.5 Fox News. And we've been right all along.
Hey, it's Buck Sexton. I want to thank the 92.5 Fox News listeners. The Clay and Buck event in Fort Myers has sold out for now, but we're working on releasing more tickets, and we'll get those details out as soon as we can. There'll be more tickets to purchase. In the meantime, thank you so much to our sponsors, the Advantage Retirement Group, My Shower Door, Island Air, and Floor Meisters, and thank you for listening to 92.5 Fox News.
Taxes are never fun to talk about. But now, more than ever, it is super important to have a plan to make sure you mitigate how much taxes you owe. Ty Lassiter here of Key City Capital to explain more. At Key City Capital, we are committed to protecting and growing our clients' wealth. And planning for tax is one of the most important ways that we can do that. The fourth quarter is a crucial time to make decisions to ensure that you have the lowest tax bill possible. Key City Capital has a tremendous track record of saving our clients up to 30% or more a year on their tax bill.
Call Key City Capital today for your free tax and wealth analysis appointment. Call 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. Check us out online at kcap925.com. That's kcap925.com.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Retire with Grace with Bob Grace, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon to get the answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retire with Grace, a Tri-Found company, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
It's a new year, and for businesses, that means a new start. Whatever the year ahead holds, now Comcast Business is making it easy to get going with the Ready, Set, Save sale. Get started with fast and reliable internet and voice for $35 each a month when you buy both. And save with a 2-year price guarantee. Switching is easy with flexible installation times. And you'll also get backing from an expert team 24/7, so you can focus on planning the year ahead. Plus, for even more value, ask how to get free installation and 1 month free with a qualifying bundle. Get a great deal for your business with the Ready, Set, Save sale today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers only. Early termination fee applies. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. 1 month free and free installation offer ends 2/2022. Call or go online for details.
Manufactured in the USA, Plantation Shutters for You is your best choice for plantation shutters. Custom measured and installed just for you. Built to last forever. Call today for a free consultation. Discounts for all military and first responders. Also, if you support Biden, don't blink and call us. PlantationShuttersForYou.com.
The Cape Coral Art Festival and Marketplace is back, and this year it's bigger and better than ever, with free admission and free parking. Don't miss one of the best art shows in the country, and it's right here in your backyard. The Rotary Club of Cape Coral presents the 37th Annual Cape Coral Art Festival and Marketplace in downtown Cape Coral. It's Saturday and Sunday, January 8th and 9th from 10 to 5. Experience and buy art from over 300 artists and artisans. Everything from fine art, sculpture, pottery, jewelry, photography, metalworks, mixed media, and more. Along with the marketplace, a collection of local businesses, services, and nonprofits. Don't miss the area's largest collection of art, food, and fun for the whole family. The 37th Annual Cape Coral Art Festival and Marketplace. Saturday and Sunday, January 8th and 9th in downtown Cape Coral from 10 to 5. Free admission and free parking.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Do you value professionalism and punctuality? Want to learn from and work with the best pros in the electrical industry? Then you're just who we're looking for. Mr. Sparky is seeking hardworking, committed, and trustworthy individuals. With industry-leading salaries, benefits, and growth potential, we also provide ongoing training. So come join our team at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8
An equal opportunity employer.
After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. We do appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast and subscribing to our channel on Rumble. Hey, coming up in about 10 minutes or so, it's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you're in a PhD, so we'll have that coming up. And for that, just for playing, you will win a gift certificate, $35 value to Alda's Restaurant and Bar, otherwise known as Alda's Diner, at the corner of Vanderbilt Beach and 951 in Naples. So it's a great place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Hey, I heard just a little while ago, and is waking up this morning. I don't know what the temperature is. It was pretty, Jake, when you got up this morning, made your way to the station, pretty cold. I mean, what was it, like low
upper 40s, low 50s. Was that what it was? It was pretty cold. I mean, I don't know what it is right now. I haven't been outside.
It was pretty chilly.
Yeah. I heard that there was a little dusting of snow in the Panhandle, Okaloosa County. So where is that? That's Okaloosa County. Isn't that Fort Walton Beach? So the Fort Walton Beach area had a little bit of a little dusting of snow there in the Panhandle. How about that? I know we talked about this before, and somebody will know, and maybe you want to call or text. Do you remember the last time we had a dusting of snow in Southwest Florida? Jake, do you remember? I don't know if you were alive then.
I don't think it's ever happened.
I remember somebody's going to confirm this with me. Here we go. I want to say it was 1990. Is it 1990, 91, 92? 89, 90, 91, 92. Somewhere in there. I remember that there was a dusting of snow on Sanibel. I remember that I was at the time, it was Sonesta Sanibel Harbor Resort. Out at Sonesta, and I remember being walking outside, and I think it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I remember seeing, and everybody was freaking out because there was a dusting of snow. Come on, somebody help me. 239-479-5592. You've been here as long as I have here in Southwest Florida. There was a little bit of, I don't know if it was a dusting, but there was snowfall. And I want to say it was the late 80s, early 90s. Somebody will confirm or deny this. Jake, check the text line and see. Or maybe somebody will call and confirm or deny this. But certainly, there's no doubt that it's chilly. And I don't know how long it's going to be until we see a dusting of snow once again here in this area. It'll be quite a while. All right, 239-479-5592. So the governor had a couple of things to say about some of his Democrat politician criticism that he's been getting. You know, he hasn't been around. Where have you been? How come you haven't been around, Governor? What's going on here on December 31st? You remember AOC, who loves the state of Florida, loves being here, loves visiting. Do us a favor. Hey, if you're a Democrat politician from anywhere around the country, if you're visiting here, you don't have to. You can go home. No, don't even. If you're talking trash about the state of Florida, stay where you are. Don't come here. We don't want you. We don't need you. We're good. Eventually, you're going to move here. You're going to try to bring your politics. Yeah, we get it. Eventually, you'll end up here. But if you don't want to be here right now, don't. You can. It's okay. I know there are people that are like, don't say that. Don't tell everybody not to come. Are you kidding? They're coming anyway. Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. Hasn't Governor DeSantis been inexplicably missing for like 2 weeks? If he's around, I'd be happy to say hello. His social media team seems to be posting old photos for weeks. In the meantime, perhaps I can help with local organization. Folks are quite receptive here. Remember all of that? Well, the governor had something to say about that criticism.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I should have been at the beach in Delaware, right? And then they would have been really happy with that. You look, we actually put out the schedule, and I think these people didn't know that. They think because you're not doing a big press conference, you're not doing. So, Friday we were, Kevin, Joe, and I all had discussions about, doing what we're doing. Of course, I was at the down in Miami later, Thursday in the office working on this and some other stuff. And it's true, Wednesday there was nothing on the calendar. And so I think they're like, oh my God, he's on vacation. And I'm like, and I just looked at my wife. I'm like, going to the hospital with you is not a vacation for you. I know that. And it's not a vacation. I mean, this is something that as a husband, I think that I should be doing. I've accompanied her to all her chemotherapy treatments, and she's there for a long time. I mean, I'm there most of the time, but it's a draining thing. When she's done with it, it's not something that's great to see.
Yeah. So there you go. The governor commenting on that. And I don't know, what do you have to say about that? What about that part of it, AOC, all you Democrats who like to pick on the governor and are trying to make something out of what has been a very trying time for the family.
And so I just think a lot of people, particularly people that have gone through breast cancer treatments, the notion that that would be considered a vacation, I think is offensive to a lot of those folks.
Yeah, no doubt. Offensive to the folks that it's happening to Democrat politicians who want to kind of trash all over this governor and not think out what it is that they're saying. Well, yeah, that's what they do anyway. I know. How dare you paint that broad brush there, you talk show host? That's all you're doing. You're just throwing... really? All right, well, just prove us wrong. Don't do it. It's like, what's that old joke? I went to the doctor and I said, it hurts when I do that. And he said, don't do that. Just stop. What else did the governor have to say? Yeah, again, with AOC and other Democrats who continuously trash the state of Florida, but somehow they end up here in the state. And he says,
if I had $1 for every lockdown politician who decided to escape to Florida over the last 2 years, I'd be a pretty doggone wealthy man, let me tell you. I mean, Congress people, mayors, governors, I mean, you name it. And it's interesting, though, the reception that, that some of these folks will get in Florida, because I think a lot of Floridians say, wait a minute, you're bashing us because we're not doing your draconian policies, and yet we're the first place you want to flee to, to basically to be able to enjoy life. And so I'm not surprised to see that continue to happen.
Yeah, it does. All right. Hey, let's go to Frank. Frank's in Cape Coral. Frank wanted to comment on the snow in Southwest Florida. Frank, am I right about this? Wasn't it like in the early 90s? It was...
It was like about 92.
Yeah.
And I remember I was working outside. It was like 5:30 in the morning, and where I worked, we had a bank that flashed the time and the temperature. So I would look at it, and the temperature just kept dropping every time it flashed.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it was just a dusting of snow. I ran in the store. I'm like, check this out, check it out. But by noon, every time it flashed, the temperature was going back up again.
Yeah.
But
right.
But yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I want to say but I also I don't know. And thanks for the call, Frank. I appreciate it. Sherry's out on Sanibel. Hold on, Sherry's out on Sanibel, and Sherry, do you remember? Was there also, because maybe this was a different time than what happened in the 90s? Oh, she's gone. Okay, Sherry in Sanibel said that she remembers in the late 80s, 1989 or something like that, that there was that little snow. And I'm not talking to everybody about the fact that the temperature gets cold around here and you get that little snowflake on your dashboard because the temperature went down. But yeah, here in Southwest Florida, there was a time in the late 80s, early 90s, and like Frank said, maybe it was 92 or something like that, where we did get a little dusting. Everybody was like, what? I remember it well. Of course, not well enough to remember the year and the day, but that's beside the point. All right. So there's the governor. Who is explaining to everybody, look, when it comes to Democrats and trashing the state of Florida, then wanting to be here, look, you're all going to end up here. We get it. You're visiting now. You want to go back and you're going to talk tough and you're going to trash the state. You'll end up here. We know it. Just leave your politics at home. Oh, and by the way, the governor was talking about the fact that, look, we do have Delta that still exists in the state of Florida. Delta still exists across the country. And so why would you continue to deny the state these monoclonal antibodies from the federal government? Why are you doing this? We're set up to handle all different areas of the state and supply them with these monoclonals. And
we have the ability, and we will immediately turn on additional sites as soon as the federal government gives us a supply. We will do an additional site here in Broward County. We'll do an additional site in Miami-Dade. We'll do an additional site in Palm Beach County. We'll do an additional site in Central Florida. And we also have the capacity to increase of the existing footprint, which we do have a good existing footprint. And we have the ability to add 5 to 10 more sites as the demand may be. But that is all contingent on the federal government sending the doses that we need.
Yeah, so hopefully soon that will pick up. And we'll get that. Hey, it's Melissa in Cape Coral. She was calling about some of the increases we're hearing in cases around Southwest Florida. Melissa, are you there?
I am.
Hey, good morning, Melissa.
I am.
What's on your mind this morning?
ReHealth is also recently reporting an increase in ER visits, which I don't believe they did previously. And I don't know if that was specifically reported in the news press article, but ReHealth facilities are not designated COVID testing sites, but there's a shortage of COVID tests throughout everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's my belief that the increase in patients to the ER is driven by the shortage of COVID tests, and people are flocking to the ERs because they want to be tested, and they know that ReHealth has them in order to treat their patients. So when they report an increase of patients to the ER, they probably are COVID patients, but they're COVID patients who most likely, if they had an alternative, would have gone to a testing site or bought an over-the-counter testing kit
Right.
and have been treated by their physician or wrote it out and wouldn't have shown up to the ER.
Yeah, no, that's an excellent point. I mean, I don't know. I don't have clarification on that. I think that we need that. When I brought up this article earlier, Melissa, from the news press, COVID-19 hospitalizations at Lee helped jump 66% over the weekend, the most since September. And then we hear the numbers, 154 patients, up from 93 on Friday and 59 last Tuesday. We hear about the COVID positive patients at any given time. And then we hear about those that are in intensive care, and 5 infected children, up from 2 on Friday, 68 already vaccinated, 86 either haven't been vaccinated or unconfirmed vaccination. And then when you get down into the article even further, and these finally at the very near the middle and the end, it was not immediately clear how many of these patients have been admitted because of COVID symptoms or were admitted for other reasons, but also tested positive for the virus. That's an important thing that we shouldn't just kind of brush over. That's an important aspect to this story. And again, it's the news press too. We just want to know about that maybe early on. And hopefully it's not one of these situations where this is clickbait for people, that they're trying to get readership. But that's an important aspect to not brush over, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it has been all along. And these are COVID positive people, not people who are dying.
Yeah. All right, Melissa. Well, I appreciate the call. Thanks so much. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com. The website Steele has 3 E's. All right. It is time right now for Drew's College of Political Knowledge for questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. I need you, caller number 9 at 239-479-5592. The 9th caller right now, you'll get to play Drew's College, and just for playing, you will win a $35 gift certificate to Alda's Restaurant and Bar, otherwise known as Alda's Diner, 951 in Vanderbilt Beach in Naples. Will get you that gift certificate just for playing next on Daybreak 92.5. Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Teresa Day.
Major backups heading along I-75 southbound, exiting to Colonial Boulevard. That's exit 136. So you want to avoid that exit if you can. Maybe get off the interstate a little sooner at State Road 82, MLK Jr. Boulevard, and then take Ortiz Avenue south to get to Colonial. Also keeping an eye on delays near the intersection of Lee Boulevard and Gunnery Road in Lehigh Acres because of an earlier crash. Traffic control right now along 6 Mile Cypress Parkway near the Hammond Stadium CenturyLink Sports Complex COVID testing site. A lot of right lane backups southbound on 6 Mile coming down from Daniels Parkway because of all the cars stuck in line trying to get COVID tests in that area. Looking good if you're heading along 41. No major problems early on this morning. And if you're in Collier County, still seeing backups westbound on Immokalee Road toward the quarry because of a crash right near Heritage Bay. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After a chilly start this morning, look for a mix of sun and clouds today. Temperatures pushing back into the upper 70s for daytime highs with winds out of the north and east at 5 to 15 miles per hour. We'll look for the chance for stray showers we head into tonight. 60 waking up on your Wednesday, 80 for tomorrow afternoon with a stray shower being a possibility throughout the day. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Liberals suck. That's why we have Clay and Buck. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. Today, noon to 3 on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, this is Jay, president of Big Island Builders, a custom home builder here in Naples. For over 20 years, our company has had the privilege of building some of the most high-quality, unique homes in Naples. Recently, we built a home on Yucca Road in Naples that we consider our crowning achievement. This home was recognized and awarded 5 Sand Dollar Awards. To see a virtual tour or pictures of this amazing home, please visit our website at bigislandbuilders.com.
Getting older has its advantages. Early bird dinners, senior discounts, day drinking. If you're one of the millions turning 65 soon, it might be time to take a look at your insurance options. Original Medicare, Medicare Advantage, so much to keep in mind. At Millennium Physician Group, half our patients are 65 plus. No matter what insurance benefits you choose, make sure your Millennium primary care doctor is part of your plan and your connection to a healthier life. Millennium Physician Group. Connect today. 844-CALL-MPG. MillenniumPhysician.com.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it. Guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at GoodDealsAppliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
92.5 Fox News.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to George. George is out in St. James. Hey, George, how are you this morning?
Drew, how you doing?
I'm doing well. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD or associate's degree. Question, sir, starts right now. Hey, George, you remember George W. Bush as President of the United States? George W. Bush, right?
Yes.
Who was the vice president when he was president?
Dick Cheney.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got an associate's. We'll see if you get a bachelor's on this very question. Hey, right now, as we speak, who's in charge of the executive branch of our government?
Unfortunately, Joe Biden.
That is correct, sir. Let's go, Brandon. All right, let's see. You got a bachelor's. Let's see if you get a master's degree on this very question. What do we call the first 10 amendments to our Constitution? First 10 amendments to the Constitution are called what?
The Bill of Rights.
That is correct, sir. All right, so you got a master's. We'll see if you get a PhD on this question. Al Gore is the politician who's credited, everybody says he's the one who invented the internet, right? Okay. But he's also credited with popularizing what phrase about the interwebs? Al Gore.
Ooh. I'll be honest, Drew, I don't know.
Do you remember the term information superhighway? The information superhighway?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes, I do.
Yeah, he got credit for it. That's almost not fair. George, that's almost not fair a question because it's Al Gore. And how many other things has he talked about? Global warming and cooling and the cooling of the planet and inconvenient whatever. Anyway.
Absolutely. It's not the truth.
But just don't worry about it. You got a master's degree today on Drew's College. You got a gift certificate to Alda's Diner in Naples, Vanderbilt Beach, and 951. You stay there, George, and don't hang up, okay?
Good. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Congratulations. Stay bright. 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is Florida's factory direct window company. We manufacture, install, and guarantee your windows for life. One company, one call. Our replacement windows are made to better enhance the energy efficiency of your home and stand up to Florida weather. New South Window, home of the ultimate Florida window for you. Made in Florida or Florida homes by Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Going on now. Buy 2 windows, get a third free. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
Hey, it's Tim Cooper with Health Plan Network. The open enrollment for Affordable Care Act plans is ongoing now until January 15th. The new 2022 plans have buried their benefits behind even higher deductibles with limited plan options. You can spend thousands of dollars out of your pocket before you see anything paid by those plans. There is another option. My Freedom of Choice plan puts most of your coverage up front, where you only meet a deductible if you're in a hospital, you pick your doctors, and it's 30 to 60% lower cost than Obamacare. If you're paying for your own health insurance, uninsured, on COBRA, or your employer coverage is too expensive, call me, Tim Cooper, at 239-268-6712. That's 239-268-6712, or go to healthplannetwork.net. That's healthplannetwork.net, and we can custom design a plan managed by you, not the government.
Dr. Alan Rambos takes the pain out of going to the dentist. His advanced technology and no-ouch anesthetic system is used for all treatments. Dr. Rambos places and restores implants right in the office. You'll love the comfort of computerized anesthetic, the ultimate in patient comfort. A Northwestern University graduate, Dr. Rambos was voted 2018 top dentist by Gulf Shore Life. Go to smilesbyrambos.com for the location nearest to you, with locations in Naples, Sanibel, and Marco Island.
You heard us right. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
More than 1 million COVID cases reported in just one day. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's a new record in the U.S. by far, though. Some of those cases could be from the weekend, not reported then as the Omicron surge continues.
It has health officials who predict an even higher surge in January, worried about running out of hospital beds, even though the new variant typically results in less serious illness. An even bigger problem than the virus right now is the nationwide hospital staffing shortage.
Fox's Dan Springer. Deaths have not spiked like cases have. Less than 1,700 reported yesterday. That's fewer than last Monday. Chicago teachers are considering in a vote today to demand closing schools again, like some communities have nationwide.
The school district of Philadelphia says that 77 schools will be temporarily shifting to 100% virtual learning and going through at least this Friday. That's nearly a quarter of schools in the Philadelphia district.
Dave Kinchin with Fox 29 TV. The day after a snowstorm hit from Alabama and across the mid-Atlantic, some drivers are still stuck in their cars on I-95 around Fredericksburg, Virginia, stranded in the cold since a big crash yesterday. In New Jersey, Governor Phil Murphy had urged people to stay off the roads last night.
If you're out there, please be careful. Respect the rights of way of the cleanup crews and plows.
Last night in Burtonsville, Maryland, a car crashed into the back of a plow. 3 people were killed. 2 others died in the storm in Georgia and Tennessee. Hundreds of thousands without power. There's been another attempt to attack Americans in Iraq. Fox's Simon Owen has this live.
Dave, 2 drones, each of them rigged with explosives, have been shot down by defensive systems in Iraq after they flew towards an airbase hosting U.S. forces. That's according to Iraq's military and the coalition led by the U.S. combating ISIS. There are no reports of injuries. There was a similar attempted attack yesterday. Both were seemingly intended to mark an anniversary. It's 2 years since the U.S. killed a top Iranian general.
America's listening to Fox News.
This news update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Major backups heading along I-75 southbound, exiting to Colonial Boulevard. That's exit 136. So you want to avoid that exit if you can. Maybe get off the interstate a little sooner at State Road 82, MLK Jr. Boulevard, and then take Ortiz Avenue south to get to Colonial. Also keeping an eye on delays near the intersection of Lee Boulevard and Gunnery Road in Lehigh Acres because of an earlier crash. Traffic control right now along 6 Mile Cypress Parkway near the Hammond Stadium CenturyLink Sports Complex COVID testing site. A lot of right lane backups southbound on 6 Mile coming down from Daniels Parkway because of all the cars stuck in line trying to get COVID tests in that area. Looking good if you're heading along 41. No major problems early on this morning. And if you're in Collier County, still seeing backups westbound on Immokalee Road toward the quarry because of a crash right near Heritage Bay. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly start we had to this morning, a good amount of sunshine will help things warm up into the upper 70s for this afternoon. Look for a mix of sun and clouds with a high topping off near 78 degrees. Winds of the north and east at 5 to 15 miles per hour. As we end tonight, we'll look for a partly cloudy sky. Can't quite roll out a stray shower through the overnight time frame and into your Wednesday. Lows a little bit milder for tomorrow morning with a low near 60 degrees. We're back to 80 by tomorrow afternoon. Again, a stray shower will be a possibility with a few showers returning to the forecast both Thursday and Friday as highs remain near 80. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
At home or on your phone, no matter where you roam, you can always get rightallalong.net, the new web home for 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Drew Steele talking about my friends at Amco of Bonita Springs, 992-2626. It's 992-2626. Whatever is going on with your vehicle, they will fix it and fix it right. They are a great conservative business. And I can tell you they have a great local reputation for doing good work. And they also have an awesome customer base. It's been established over the past 13 years. So give them a call at 239-992-2626 so you can arrange to meet with them. Let them know you heard about it right here on 92.5 Fox News and Drew Steele. By the way, talk about great conservatives. They've built the American Spirit Movement, a place where conservative consumers and businesses can connect in 5 critical areas. You know, you've got your vote, but you also have your wallet, the cash register, supporting conservative businesses. So go to the American Spirit Marketplace. You can keep conservative dollars in conservative pockets. Block by block, city by city, states by state. We're going to build this up. Go to the American Spirit Movement website at americanspiritmovement.com. It's more than a conservative movement. It's a conservative awakening.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. You know, a long time ago, in one of our first commercials, my father had a little slogan at the end that said, "If you have any trouble, just call Poppy." Well, Poppy's not here to take your call, but Pop is. So if you have any trouble with any of our team members, or you just have a question, I'm not one of those owners that hides from the public. You can call me anytime at 239-482-1542, and I'll come to your home and visit, or I'll try to help you over the phone. If you have any trouble, just call Pop. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in the business since 1949.
Alda's Diner in Naples makes everything from scratch with daily homemade specials for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Enjoy big portions of your favorite comfort foods, from steak and eggs or pancakes for breakfast to fantastic salads or their famous Donald J. Burger for lunch or dinner. And don't forget about Alda's extensive bar menu with drink specials for the perfect start to your evening. Make Alda's your go-to spot. They're on the corner of Vanderbilt Beach Road and 951 in Naples. Alda's Diner. There's no place like it.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic. I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live. DrewSteele.com, the website. Steele as 3 East. Thank you for watching, subscribing to the podcast, subscribing to our channel on Rumble. Hey, coming up, more examples of the Democrats in this country who certainly believe that as we move forward in this country, that there are going to be things that they're not going to put on display and let you know again about how they do it when it comes to policies, because they've already proven what a failure it is when they are in charge. Inflation, supply chain issues, people getting paid more to stay home and to work, the things that we see, like the grocery store prices, too many things that we're witnessing. But they will also move forward with an agenda that some might say behind the scenes is even uglier than you can imagine in a lot of ways. That even though we don't see it, there are things that they are doing that are quite shocking to a lot of people. And one of the stories that I saw from yesterday, I didn't get a chance to talk about, was the story of the former head of the FDIC, Jelena McWilliams. She was the chair of the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, and she resigned. And a lot of people heard about this, but maybe didn't get into detail as to why it's such a big deal. Let's just put it this way. She didn't leave because she wanted to. She left because she sees exactly what's going on in the Democrat power that has taken over Washington, D.C. And And Elizabeth Warren, who has this power. Yes, Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, who behind the scenes are running a lot of the show that's going on right now from this White House. Some of the things that you may not hear a lot about. The fact that Elizabeth Warren running the show from behind the scenes, in what way? Like, what is going on here? It's insidious what's happening. But it is an example of how when Democrats get power, that everything's out. Everything's out. If you're a Republican, if you were put here by the former president of the United States, you're gone. Wiping everything clean. Oh, no, we're getting rid of everybody. You're absolutely out of here. Where the former administration may have had far too many holdovers. Far too many holdovers in the administration. Far too many holdovers in office, in different places, in different bureaucracies in Washington, D.C. Oh, Democrats don't do that. No. They're going to wipe the slate clean. You are gone. Don't even think about staying here. And it's another example of this story from the Wall Street Journal yesterday. Another example of how they wipe the slate clean. And if you don't choose to leave, we're going to find a way to get rid of you. And we'll have that coming up in just a second. Hey, some of the stories that I'm just following here that are popping up on my feed right now, I don't even know what to say with half of this. One of the things that popped up on my feed was from the Party for Socialism and Liberation. The Socialist Party in the country wants to remind everybody that lives that were lost to COVID in 2021... I'm not kidding. This is what they put out there. That has been retweeted by I don't know how many people. Let me see how many people. It's got 1,400 retweets. It has 8,000 likes. What is it? Lives lost to COVID in 2021. The United States, 415,000. China, 2. North Korea, 0. Excuse me? Wait. You didn't really do that, right? You don't honestly. Okay. You don't really think that that's the case, right? You don't think that North Korea and China combined only had 2 deaths due to COVID in 2021. You really don't. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And they're putting it out there. And it's got 8,000 likes and 1,400 retweets. Who retweets that? Like, this is insanity. Like, you're, as my son likes to say, you're crazy. I mean, that's crazy, right? But yeah, they have that out there. And there are people retweeting. A lot of people are talking about this. The COVID insanity has to end. All of this has to stop, everybody. We've got to stop this nonsense. And when it comes to this administration and what they are doing and who we're supposed to listen to, and somehow Dr. Fauci is still going to be the end-all be-all voice because he's science. He's the one. He's the reason why they made the song. He is science. And if you go against anything he says, then you're against the science. Can we stop that nonsense now? I mean, seriously. When the Florida mayor-elect of the city of St. Petersburg cancels his inauguration after being fully vaccinated and boosted, and then his claim is, hey, let this serve as a reminder to all of us to get vaccinated and follow the CDC guidelines to minimize the spread. Can we question that comment? Are we allowed to say anything about that? Are we not allowed to? That's a Democrat thing. It's a Democrat mayor of the city. Okay. Is this administration suggesting that 2,700 plus schools across the country should close for Omicron, despite the low risk that everybody knows about, that we've known about for years, well, at least a year and a half, that conservative outlets have talked about, the numbers, the data, the science? Even yesterday, when Dr. Fauci was saying things like, listen, when it comes to children in hospital, there's a lot of with COVID as opposed to going into hospital because of COVID. So we just have to be aware of those numbers. But yet we have, the news press that has to take like 5 paragraphs before they mention the fact that when the hospitalizations at Lee Health jumped 66% over the weekend, and you hear about all the numbers and the numbers that are jumping and the confirmed vaccinated and non-vaccinated and everything else. You gotta go down a 5 different paragraphs before you find out it's not immediately clear how many of the patients have been admitted because of COVID symptoms or admitted for other reasons, but also tested positive. There's a lot of testing going on right now. There's a lot of testing for a variant that is certainly popping up, but we certainly know and see what it is and is not. And deaths are going down across the country due to this variant. Well, not due to it, but the idea that the cases are not going up, deaths are not going up. They are going down, even though these cases are going up. Okay, can we identify this? Are we allowed to talk about this in this administration? Does it agree with the school closures? Even the new mayor of the city of New York, Eric Adams, doesn't agree with that.
We're really excited about the opening of our schools, and we want to be extremely clear. The safest place for our children is in a school building. And we are going to keep our schools open and ensure that our children are safe in a safe environment.
Listen, somebody's right and somebody's wrong, everyone. Somebody's right and somebody's wrong. You've got the mayor of the city of New York saying, no, we're keeping schools open. You got 2,700 plus schools across the country right now that are closing despite this low risk. Somebody's right and somebody's wrong. We've got to move on in a lot of different ways. I mean, it doesn't make a difference what the motivation is for the city of New York and the new mayor there. But he's right when he says that. And a lot of people are talking about how, the variant, this Omicron variant, may end up saving lives. A Wall Street Journal piece on this from Rob Arnott, who was talking about some of the things that we don't talk about enough. And the issue of lockdowns and how if the Omicron variant is a variant that we are seeing now, less cases of deaths. The case numbers are receding across the European Union, the US, Latin America. The latest case fatality rate is 0.5%, 0.4%, and 0.3% respectively, down from a high of 4 to 7% during the Delta wave in June. And if we add in the legions of asymptomatic, mild, and untested cases, the true Omicron mortality is more likely around 0.2%, roughly in line with seasonal flu. We have to start admitting this across the board, but lockdowns are also causing lives. The underreported collateral damage from COVID. An October study, did you hear about this? An October study from the Reason Foundation found that in the U.S., excess deaths, that's fatalities above historical norms, from homicide, suicide, overdose, or accident, has amounted to some 82,000 between March 2020 and August 21. During that period, the murder rate roughly doubled and overdose deaths rose more than 50%. Accidental deaths also elevated. Meanwhile, supply chain disruptions, fear of hospitals, delayed diagnosis collectively led to additional 86,000 excess deaths from cancer, heart and lung disease, stroke. In 15 weeks through December 18th, these excess deaths, none from COVID, have risen by another 56,000. We're talking about almost 200,000 plus deaths that had nothing to do with COVID, but COVID related. Every death is a tragedy. But it's sensible to examine death from a cost-benefit perspective. We keep hearing the mantra, follow the science. True scientific method involves airing opinions and vetting hypotheses, unless, of course, it's not the opinions of some. Not stifling debate. Beyond hard science, it also involves asking tough cost-benefit questions while anticipating unintended consequences. This is from the Wall Street Journal piece that was written by Rob Arnott, who was there for this Reason study, and is just asking a lot of the questions that many of us ask all the time and have been asking for the longest time. Is at this point right now and where we are, we inherently live on this planet with a certain amount of risk every single day. We have to be getting to the point now where you're looking at this cost-benefit analysis. Not trying to be callous. Every death is a tragedy. We understand that. So don't go there. But you understand the point. Far too many things are going on that you just can't look away from. And when we have a lot of situations where we're looking at this administration that has the means by which to not only unleash this economy in ways we can't even imagine, but can also help to start to move past where we've been and get into a different situation in the future, knowing that there are therapies that are out there, that there's going to continue to be the study of therapies, and a vaccine, which is basically a therapy. That's how it's kind of working, sort of. That now we can start to move on. And it's mind-boggling, to me at least. I just had this conversation yesterday. It's mind-boggling. Take a second to think about it. Step back and think about this for a second. This administration has every single opportunity to unleash an economy in ways that we have not seen in a long time. I'm talking about an economy that is roaring back, has that opportunity, and doesn't do it. And the question is why? Why are they doing anything and everything that they possibly can to stop that from happening? And the answer is obvious, and we've all known it, is because the agenda is bigger. Because what they're doing is bigger. And it is truly the fundamental transformation of the country. That's what it is. Talked about it a little earlier. Elizabeth Warren finally got her woman, that is the senator, and her many acolytes in the Biden administration succeeded in ousting Jelena McWilliams as chair of the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. The coup deserves attention because of its norm-breaking precedent. Like we talked about earlier, how this isn't typically what happens. When Republicans come into office, they still respect, as the former administration did, every administration for 88 years, honoring the understanding that the person that is brought in by the prior administration, like Trump did with Jelena McWilliams, she's going to be the chair until her date of her chair expires. But Democrats don't play that game. They want everybody out. She resigned to avoid turmoil as a bank regulator. But a Warren protege, who now runs the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, is one of 4 current members of the FDIC board. They wanted her out. They wanted her out because she was appointed by the former President Trump and because what she was doing at the head of the FDIC. Every administration for 88 years has honored the understanding that the chair sits until the end of their term, including the supposedly norm-breaking Trump administration, who kept Democrat Martin Gruenberg as chair until June of 2018 after President Trump took office. Nobody attempted to oust him at all. Enter the Warren Biden progressives in a hurry. The Senate confirmed the now coup leader here on the FDIC board, Mr. Chopra, on September 30th. And right after that, presented the former FDIC chair, McWilliams, with a request for information on bank mergers. When she said that it had to be vetted by the FDIC staff, he publicly released his own list of information without authority from his post. But he was supposed to do that, but he never did. He basically did everything he could to stop her from being able to do what she's supposed to do on her chair of leadership at the FDIC, to the point where she's just like, listen, I can't do this anymore. I'm resigning. This is a joke. This is ridiculous. They're going after everything about the independence of the agency. And the dirty little secret is that in comes Elizabeth Warren. She's the one that had this person brought in. Someone else, a former staffer, is deputy director of the White House National Economic Council. Her fingerprints are all over this Elizabeth Warren. Think about this, Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. You think they lost an election? They didn't. And the dirty little secret is the reason why they're doing this is to get greater influence over the allocation of credit. They're going to use regulation to squeeze financing for fossil fuels as a priority. They're going to choke the financial lifeblood to fossil fuels and other places and make decisions about who will and will not be able to get credit, allocate credit, and even bank mergers based on what they want to do. And you know that if Elizabeth Warren is part of this, you know it's not to the benefit of capitalism and the free market. It's quite the opposite. It's a huge deal. It's a huge deal what's coming. And I'm only bringing this up to, again, recognize that if the American people knew all along what the administration was going to do, and those that are attached to it, like Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, and the like, and that we would end up this way, there's no way that Joe Biden would be president of the United States. There's no way that people would elect a Democrat ever again. Because the only way that they can get the things that they want to get done are behind the scenes in ways that in some cases are unimaginable. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com. The website Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast and to our channel on Rumble. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
When listening to the radio in your car, remember to always drive on the right side of the road. Keep it here on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Do you really want to go through another year with that awful joint pain? Listen, don't do it. Resolve right now to get yourself moving again for 2022. Hey, it's Drew Steele. It's time to call QC Kinetics. Non-surgical regenerative treatments for joint pain. We're talking lasting results using natural biologics. No surgery, no pain meds, no steroids, and no downtime. This is really exciting stuff. Regenerative, restorative treatments that actually encourage your body to heal itself using highly concentrated natural biologics. Patients rave about it for hip pain relief, knee pain relief, shoulder and back pain relief. Look, don't let them keep giving you steroids. And don't let them tell you surgery is your only option. Get a free second opinion at QC Kinetics. Do it now. And imagine life in 22 without pain. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics now. 239-893-PAIN. 239-893-PAIN. 239-893-PAIN.
Southwest Florida homeowners. Home values are up and interest rates are down, which means now is a great time for a mortgage checkup. This is Mike Roberts, Vice President at Mortgage Warehouse. Many of you listening might have purchased or refinanced your home within the past year, so your mortgage could be the last thing on your mind. However, the real estate market has changed quite a bit in 2021, which means your home has likely increased in value. More equity in your home means there has never been a better time to get cash out for home improvements. You could also qualify for a lower mortgage rate with our no closing cost refinance loan, and for some, more equity in your home means you could eliminate mortgage insurance. Mortgage Warehouse is Southwest Florida's mortgage price leader. No points, no hidden fees, no closing cost, period. Give us a quick call today at 313-5000. That's 313-5000, mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
Let's hear from Dr. Johnston at 596-BACK.
Have you ever had pain down your legs or into your hips and thought, why is this happening? There's a large nerve that comes out of your back that runs down into your leg called the sciatic nerve. This nerve can get compressed by a bulging herniated disc, arthritis, stenosis, or scoliosis. This causes sciatica, which eventually can lead to back, leg, or hip pain, weakness, or numbness. Avoid the band-aids like anti-inflammatories, spinal injections, or painful surgery. Sciatica, as well as bulging disc neuropathy and stenosis, can now effectively be treated with non-surgical spinal decompression at Johnston Spinal Care, 596-BACK. Spinal decompression decompresses the discs and nerves, allowing them to heal. FDA cleared, safe and comfortable. Make a decision to live life without pain. Call my office, Johnston Spinal Care, for a free telephone consultation, 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Manufactured in the USA, Plantation Shutters for You is your best choice for plantation shutters. Custom measured and installed just for you. Built to last forever. Call today for a free consultation. Discounts for all military and first responders. Also, if you support Biden, don't bleed, call us. PlantationShuttersForYou.com.
With each breath, allergens, germs, and viruses get trapped in your nose. Now, there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. Navage. Available at Navage.com.
Hey guys, it's health and fitness expert Robbie Raw. Are you walking around in pain? Remember, it's not just about what shoes you wear, it's what's in them and how your body aligns from your feet on up. Learn more and find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com.
Rock Solid wants you in 22 to be our customer. Happy New Year at Rock Solid Countertops and More. $9.99 gets it done. For a limited time only, get a full set of kitchen countertops from $9.99. Install. Rock Solid guarantees to beat any competitor's prices, including installation. So come see Hugo and his team in Naples and Port Charlotte at 4135 Tamiami Trail. Visit RockSolidNaples.com. Rock Solid, where $9.99 gets it done.
Hi, I'm Ty Laster, Managing Partner and CEO of Key City Capital. So why are we here in Southwest Florida? Well, at KCAP, our mission is to connect capital to wealth for all of our partners through passive real estate investments. And very simply, we generate and distribute double-digit returns for our investors by investing in single-family homes and apartments and unique alternative cash-flowing asset-backed investments.
Call us today at 239-330-2080 or check us out online today at kcap925.com.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window, and we would like to manufacture and install your windows. Only New South offers true factory direct windows to you. Only New South has award-winning windows that are made and designed specifically for our Florida weather. Every single New South window is custom manufactured just for your home. These are high-performance, energy-efficient windows, and now you can buy 2 windows and get the third absolutely free. Visit us at newsouthwindow.com or call for your factory direct pricing.
Call now, 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
Getting older has its advantages. Early bird dinners, senior discounts, day drinking. If you're one of the millions turning 65 soon, it might be time to take a look at your insurance options. Original Medicare, Medicare Advantage, so much to keep in mind. At Millennium Physician Group, half our patients are 65 plus. No matter what insurance benefits you choose, make sure your Millennium primary care doctor is part of your plan and your connection to a healthier life. Millennium Physician Group. Connect today. 844-CALL-MPG, millenniumphysician.com.
Hey guys, there is some important news that all men should take very seriously. Your prostate health. Are you urinating more frequently? Are you waking up at night to urinate? Are you sick and tired of prostate pills that just don't work? Sound familiar? If you are one of the millions of men with prostate problems that are driving you nuts, there is some great news. Prosthogenics is the all-natural product that beat over 157 other prostate supplements in lab tests and was rated the #1 most powerful prostate supplement in the world. #1, because it works. So why not try some Prosthogenics, and your prostate troubles will be a thing of the past. You'll get a great night's sleep and stop waking up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. To get your free bottle of Prosthogenics, call now, 800-600-2020. That's 1-800-600-2020. Take advantage of our 90-day money-back guarantee. Call 800-600-2020. Do it now.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato's Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News, traffic.
Morning can be very busy right now, heading through the Midpoint Bridge eastbound out of Cape Coral toward Fort Myers. Cape Coral Bridge running much faster if you'd rather head farther south and avoid some of those backups. Looking good along I-75, just seeing a slight delay if you're near the Colonial Boulevard exit heading southbound to exit 136. Daniels Parkway backed up westbound toward Gateway Boulevard through the Gateway area. Collier County still seeing delays on Immokalee Road right near the Collier Boulevard intersection because of earlier crashes out there. Crash-free, though, across Charlotte County for the morning drive. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
After the chilly start we had to this morning, a good amount of sunshine will help things warm up into the upper 70s for this afternoon. Look for a mix of sun and clouds with a high topping off near 78 degrees. Winds of the north and east at 5 to 15 miles per hour. As we enter tonight, we'll look for a partly cloudy sky. Can't quite roll out a stray shower through the overnight time frame and into your Wednesday. Lows a little bit milder for tomorrow morning with a low near 60 degrees. We're back to 80 by tomorrow afternoon. Again, a stray shower will be a possibility with a few showers returning to the forecast both Thursday and Friday as highs remain near 80. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Whether you're commuting to the office or driving to the beach, always stay to the right with 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Steven Tomatoes, sports page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
It's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page. Do you feel American pride and want to shout, God bless America? As a son of immigrants who came through Ellis Island, I stand when the national anthem plays and get emotional thinking of those who have sacrificed for America's greatness. At Stevie's, we're filled with gratitude for our great customers and the country we live in. The firemen, police, emergency service, construction workers, and those who go about each day providing the foundation for our country. We love our customers and express our gratitude with our food, service, and value. Thankful for your dedication for what you do. And to all our great customers, show your love for this great country by going to any Stevie's. Stand at the bar and say loud and clear for all to hear, God bless America, and I'll buy you a 10-ounce beer. Restrictions apply in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. God bless America.
Steven Tomatoes, sports page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
When you donate to the American Red Cross, a vehicle is more than a car. We accept cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, RVs, and more. Any vehicle in almost any condition, whether they start or not. But did you know it can also be good for your wallet? By donating your car, you could qualify for a tax deduction. To learn more or to donate a vehicle today, call 855-927-2227 or visit redcross.org/car donation.
At Duncan's Diamonds, we are obsessed with finding you a diamond as unique as your love. As direct diamond importers, we traveled the world to find pieces of unbeatable value and quality. We have 30 times the selection of a typical jewelry store. From enchanting engagement rings to previously enjoyed Rolex timepieces, we have a special something for everyone.
Hi, I'm Stuart Duncan from Duncan's Diamonds. We have an unparalleled passion for bringing you the best in diamonds and jewelry. We're here to make this spectacular manageable with expert guidance, exceptional discounts, and unmatched financing programs.
With no middleman, we're able to offer prices 30 to 40% below the rest.
We will not be undersold by anyone, anytime, anywhere, and you can count on it. Come see us today.
Duncan's Diamonds. It's worth the drive to give the gift of a lifetime.
US 41, Gulf Coast Town Center, and Naples at Mercado.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
Stay right here, because after Drew, it's Glenn Beck, 9 to noon. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, here we go. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. You can go there to watch. Time for the top 5 audio clips of the day. It's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Drew's 5 at 8:35. Number 5.
That's why, effective Wednesday, January 5th, the province will return to a modified version of Step 2 of the Roadmap to Reopen. These time-limited measures will help blunt transmission and preserve our hospital bed capacity. Measures include reducing social gathering limits to 5 people indoors and 10 people outdoors, requiring businesses and organizations to ensure employees work remotely unless the nature of their work requires them to be on site, closing indoor dining at restaurants, bars, and other food or drink establishments while permitting outdoor dining with restrictions.
All right. What time is it right now? Because this is happening tomorrow, so you might want to check your flights. You might want to check friends and family if they live in the Ontario area of Canada. Because Ontario is going back into lockdown. Its restrictions include delaying in-person learning at schools, shutting down gyms, indoor dining, reduced capacity to retail to 50%. They are getting ready to shut down. So there you go. The answer, Canada's answer, at least in Ontario, is to shut it all down, the lockdowns. All right, anybody else going to make their way over to Florida? Come on down.
Number
4. Really excited about the opening of our schools, and we want to be extremely clear. The safest place for our children is in a school building, and we are going to keep our schools open.
Wow. All right. So unlike Ontario, there in Canada where they're shutting everything down, the New York City mayor, the new mayor, Eric Adams, says, nope, we're not shutting down schools. It's the safest place for our children is in a school building, and we're going to keep them open. Now, listen, somebody's right, everybody, and somebody's wrong.
Number 3.
Here.
Well, Jonathan, it's no secret that our social media companies have been part of their algorithms promoting disinformation. And I think that these steps are important, but frankly, a little too little and a little too late. The reality is it's not just Marjorie Taylor Greene. All over Twitter, social media, Facebook, all of these companies have been using algorithms that are just about clickbait, not about truth. And so if we are going to take on the disinformation that's out there, the big lie, and everything else that goes with it, then yes, this is a part of it, but it's got to be much, much more.
Nothing to see here. Everything is fine. Move along. It's Representative Jayapal from Washington State, Democrat, who wants to let everybody know that Twitter permanently suspending Marjorie Taylor Greene's personal account over her COVID-19 misinformation, which is really funny because the information she gave about VAERS, a lot of other people gave the same information, and yet they haven't been shut down, but she is. That's really strange. She's saying, no, that's not enough. Listen, there's a lot of it out there, and we have to shut down even more. Let's censor more conservatives. Listen, when they're talking about censorship, who do you think it's against, everybody? And who gets to decide what to censor and what not to censor? You know the answer.
Number 2.
If I had $1 for every lockdown politician who decided to escape to Florida over the last 2 years, I'd be a pretty doggone wealthy man, let me tell you. I mean, Congress people, mayors, governors, I mean, you name it. And it's interesting, though, the reception that, that some of these folks will get in Florida, because I think a lot of Floridians say, wait a minute, you're bashing us because we're not doing your draconian policies, and yet we're the first place you want to flee to basically to be able to enjoy life. And so I'm not surprised to see that continue to happen.
Yep, and don't be surprised because even more people are going to make their way to the state of Florida. We're already seeing it. People, the Great Migration, leaving in droves from states run by Democrats, making their way to places like Florida. And there is the governor, Ron DeSantis, roasting AOC for fleeing New York and heading down to Florida. And listen, he would be a rich guy every time he heard somebody shouldn't be in the state of Florida, and then ends up here.
Number 1.
We thank you for your diligence in helping preserve the legacy of the American farmer.
Well, thank you. Thank you. You know, everybody, I come from the state of Delaware. Everybody thinks the big industry is chemicals. It's chickens. Chickens. Broiler chickens. Billion-dollar industries.
Billion-dollar chickens. There's Joe Biden yesterday, getting together and talking with the American people and some meatpacking individuals about the supposed greed and the concerns that people have about what's going on with big meat, the big meat industry. And they're in a very bizarre moment talking about billion-dollar chickens. That's Joe Biden talking about chickens. All right, that's the number one clip on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. It is the 5 at 8:35. We always appreciate you listening. And listen, Joe Biden plans on telling everybody that the way to get out of the problems that his administration's causing is to spend more money. Is to spend more money with this inflation crisis, and it's about greed. That's what it is. It's big meat. Look, everything is. It's big sugar. It's big meat. It's big pharma. I don't know. Pick a big, and it's the big guys. The big guys are the problem. The little guys are being hurt by the big guys. In this case, it's meat, because that's what they're doing. There's no better time than the present. After all the years that the meat packing industry has been happening, these meat conglomerates. No time, better time than the present to be greedy and gouge. That's the suggestion. Is that really what you're doing? Yes, that's really what Joe Biden is suggesting. That right now, with the price of everything going through the roof that everybody knows about, energy prices, gas prices, furniture prices, I can go on and on and on. No. It's about this moment in time where the big meat guys are getting together and saying, hey, let's gouge. Really, is that what we're doing? I mean, he's sitting down with his wife and his wife's friend. This is the president, and I just can't believe the prices.
But I was sitting in my kitchen yesterday, and there's a sunroom off the kitchen. And my wife was there with her sister and a good friend named Marianne.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a good thing it was Marianne, because I don't like the other friend that she's got. This other friend, I don't even know her name, but it's a good thing she didn't mention that other name. It's a Marianne. It's a nice. She's got a shady window. It's got not a shady window, but he's got a window with it. Well, it's not a shady window. It's a sunroom window, so it'd be a sun. But I don't know. I get confused.
And she was saying, do you realize it's over $5 for a pound of hamburger meat? $5?
What? Is that right? He doesn't shop. Does Joe Biden shop? He's not a grocery guy. That's not Grocery Joe, right? I mean, he's Lunch Bucket Joe, but I don't think he's Grocery Joe. So you can't blame him for not knowing. I mean,
well, this is partly, the pound of beef today costs $5 compared to less than $4 before the pandemic.
Yeah, how did that happen? How did we get to this place? The way that we got to this place is the evil beef people. That's what it is. It's the evil beef people, because all they want to do is gouge. They want to price gouge. That's what? No. No, it's nice to know that he figured out that the prices are going through the roof, but the problem is because of what has been happening with his administration and some of the policies and the issues of supply chain and this inflation, where, the more and more you want to spend money. He wants to spend another $1 billion, by the way, on this. You realize he's talking about spending $1 billion to address the inflation in meat and poultry. Do you understand how inflation works and throwing money at this issue? His policies are what's putting all of us at risk of not being able to get another good quality burger. Well, that's not really true. It's a little dramatic. But you know what I'm saying. In other words, it's the policies of this administration, and somehow we're going to throw money at it. Money's not going to solve this. So the meat companies created a monopoly that's driving up the prices, is what his suggestion is. That it has to do with, do I have that audio? He's talking about the monopoly is only like 4 different meat companies. They're the big problem. It's like this big farm, and it's not big farmers, it's big meat. All right, how did he explain it? He says...
to talk about strengthening competition.
Okay, so it's about competition.
Which will bring down costs.
Yeah, go ahead.
Back in July, I signed an executive order to promote competition across the economy. In too many industries, a handful of giant companies dominate the market. And too often, they use their power to squeeze out smaller competitors and stifle new entrepreneurs.
Is that what you think is happening here right now?
Making our economy less dynamic, giving themselves free rein to raise prices, reduce options for consumers, or exploit workers. The meat industry is a textbook example on the price side. 4 big corporations control more than half of the markets in beef, pork, and poultry.
Now, I'm just going to stop right there. So you got 4 companies that represent half the industry. Now, maybe I'm a little off base with this, but there's a couple of questions here. So, number one, we noticed back in 2020 when the pandemic hit and it was raging and everything was going on with COVID-19 and people had to get out of the meatpacking plants because of a rampant spreading of COVID at the time, and they had to shut down the plants, and the concerns about sterilization and keeping them clean and getting the people out, and those plants shut down, and that was leading to shortages and all of those things that happened. We should have resolved that, right? I mean, that's a problem, isn't it? The policies of administrations past certainly. And the policies of legislators past, and the lack of being able to have a diverse environment is certainly something that we should recognize and fix. Biden wants to blame capitalism and the free market for the problems that are happening right now, and he's wrong. I'm not kidding.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Capitalism without competition isn't capitalism. It's exploitation.
There he is. He's blaming capitalism without competition isn't capitalism. It's exploitation. As long as they're not doing that in the school systems, as long as there's plenty of competition in other places that he has no problem with, right? I mean, a competition with schools. And okay. Did I say that? But this idea that it's capitalism's fault, it's the free market's fault. Do you see? Here we go. It's the Democrats doing what they do. Falling back to and going back to what they believe to be the one issue that they think that they could win on. But they can't. The idea that this is happening because of greed, that's ridiculous. Where's the evidence to show that that's exactly what's happening? They don't have it. They don't have to have it. They just want to have this fracture between the American people and capitalism and the free market that has been doing just fine for a really long time until the government gets involved. Republicans and Democrats both. Get out of the way. But you can't ignore that a huge part of this, and everybody knows it, is the costs of everything we do. Labor costs is up, plastics, the cost of energy, the making of the styrofoam and the plastics and the driving of the trucks, labor cost, all of this, diesel fuel. How do you not? Well, of course he knows it. But it's not greed. And they're going to continue to try to make it about something that it's not. And, listen, we have a lot of information out there. There are a lot of places that you can go to discover what is and is not the truth. And we should thank God for that and the ability to have, we still have the ability to communicate. Although we're going to have to continue to look for other alternative choices when you have people like Representative Jayapal, who is like, listen, voices like Marjorie Taylor Greene, they've got to be shut down. And other voices, just like hers. And you know who that is. Yeah. All right, 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We always appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. And more. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Let's find out how the remainder of the forecast is shaping up as we warm things up here in Southwest Florida. Week News meteorologist Casey Sherman's got it.
After a chilly start to this morning, look for a mix of sun and clouds today.